so first thing, which was not going to be my first question, till I saw you doing what you were doing. How does someone get into doing this? Like, how do you like look at it? What made you get into a synthesizer and say, this is how I want to make music?
There were a lot of early recordings we were listening to as kids, electronic music, like Warp Records and stuff. Then one day you kind of realized what was really making those tones, like the sounds. That wasn't just computer music. A lot of the instruments behind it were synthesizers. A lot of them were analog, like hardware.
Yeah. It's a pretty good answer.
Really?
Yeah.
And what, so like Warp Records is a label? Or?
It was a record label.
It still is a record label. They've released bands like Aphex Twin, Square Pusher, Boards of Canada, things like that.
Sure, yeah, I know Aphex Twin.
It's kind of who we grew up listening to, Autechre and weird
I
stuff
bought
like that.
An SH-101, which is a Roland, which Boards of Canada used a lot, Square Pusher. It was like the first thing I got, and then I realized that was kind of the sound, like the analog sound.
Mm-hmm. And so, what brings you here to sort of, I guess, where it all started, right? The first modular analog synthesizer made here, right?
Somebody probably made one in their basement somewhere, but this is definitely
Typically
the first commercially
commercial.
available. Yeah.
Right. There's always like two people that did the same thing at the same time, but there's the East Coast and the West Coast, and Moog's the most well-known.
Yeah, Moog is basically synonymous with synthesizer.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Asheville? Just wanted to play around with equipment? Or?
We're doing promo for Moog.
Yeah, we're out here with our buddies from Moog.
Showing off
mainly some new
32.
gear that they've got, and getting to play with some old historic pieces. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
That's cool. So all right, big news of the day. Congratulations.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
You guys, were you expecting it?
It's like fingers crossed, maybe.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of new to the game. Didn't know
Kinda.
if it was political or if we'd get voted or how it worked, but I was hoping.
Yeah, we never really thought about the Grammys so much. I mean, the Emmys seemed
TV.
more up the alley, though, where we were in. But the Grammys wasn't an initial thought, and then somebody mentioned it, and we're like, oh, wow, that's a real possibility, I suppose. And, I mean, we're in the company of some absolute legends, which is
Totally. It's
pretty
crazy.
mind-blowing.
Yeah,
itself.
Williams is in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, John Williams, Raichi Sakamoto.
Neil Marconi. Yeah, there's...
I mean, forevermore, regardless of what happens, you guys are Grammy-nominated artists.
Yeah,
Right.
It's a little bit...
How's that hit you?
Hasn't yet, really. I mean...
Yeah, I woke up to that news, and then we came to do this, so I haven't thought about it a lot, but I guess I got to pick out an outfit or something.
Yeah.
Your phone's been blowing up, stuff like that?
Yeah, a lot of thank yous. Or not thank yous, congratulations.
Yeah. The phone.
I've said thank you.
You've said a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you actually are nominated twice.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So we're, I guess, yeah.
We have a
Hopefully,
good
hopefully
we have
our
a better
votes.
chance.
I guess, unless the votes are split between the two albums, and then we end up getting less for. It could work against us or for it. I don't know, but it's an interesting thing.
It certainly is.
No
Yeah, it's the
hurry.
only. It's also television versus the other ones are movie scores, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, and tell me about your relationship to the show, or better asked, maybe your music's relationship to the show.
Well, the Duffer Brothers, who directed it, wanted music to be a big part of it. They definitely wanted, I mean, it's set in the 80s, so they kind of wanted something like that, but not too overtly throwback or kitschy. So we kind of have that going for us in our band, which is called Survive. So they came to us and asked us if we were willing to do music for them. Obviously, we said yes.
Yeah.
But the show, I mean, like the show it's so 80s, right? And I don't know, how old are you guys?
I'm 32.
I'm 33.
Okay.
Born in 84.
Right,
I was
yeah,
born in
I
83,
was
which
born
is
after the show came.
I was born in
took place.
83, which is the year that the show is set.
So I'm 37, right?
Yeah.
So right in that like range where that the show just kind of hits you a certain way. If you are that age, because you know it, you feel it.
Yeah.
And I think the music has a big part of that. It just it provides the feel for the show. Is that what was Like, how does that work? Did you see the show and kind of know what it needed, or was it a collaborative process?
It was very collaborative.
Yeah, it was.
We came in very early.
Yeah, we started writing before there was even a cast chosen. I mean, not the bulk of the writing, but preliminary
Just
sketches.
coming up with ideas and the aesthetic of what sound palette, kind of what textures and tones to stick to.
Mm-hmm. We had scripts and things, so we knew the story and the setting and the tone that they were going for. But yeah, it wasn't like the show was done and then they came and got us to do music. It was very much a collaborative process.
I feel like that comes through in the show. That makes even more sense to me now. How much the music is a fabric of the show.
Right.
That must be a good thing to hear. I mean, not like I'm anybody, but like
Yeah.
you must hear that from viewers.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good feedback from people, saying things like, "Oh, another character in the show is the music," and that kind of stuff. So,
I mean, that sounds like a throwaway line, but I really feel like in this case it's true. And obviously, the Grammys think so too.
yeah, somebody did.
People voted.
That's awesome. Well, anything you guys want to talk about or get out there?
I don't know. Maybe we could encourage people to coordinate their vote into one of the volumes instead of both.
Gotta work. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me remake something.
What's going on here?
Yeah, everything's screwed up.
Digitally recreating. No, not digitally. Analog.
Thank you guys. That's awesome.